All right, fellas. The training footage that you guys are going to be watching right now was actually recorded on August the 11th, which is the third training session that I have had since my little weight reset. If you guys are taking a look at the footage right now, you will notice that the weights that I'm using are a hell of a lot lighter than how it's been for the past couple of months. For the past couple of months, up until last week on August 7th, I do believe was when I did the weight reset, I had been doing mostly heavy-ass triples on the big three. And that was cool for a while, but eventually I had failed on 2 reps on my deadlift, and as such, it was time for a weight reset. It was time to roll back the weights, drop the weights down so that I could get more volume in. Couple things I want to talk about with this. First of all, is a little bit of a philosophical debate. Okay, would you guys consider this to be a deload? I know that this seems trivial, but I would really like to try and classify what the hell a deload is. Okay, to me, what I view a weight reset as is just a method of being able to help you recover and getting more volume in. Okay, but here's the thing. Traditionally, a deload has been viewed as a period, a 3-day to 1 week period where you just slash your volume in half so that you can recover. But here's the thing. With the weight reset, when I dropped the weights and started, when I dropped the weights, I added more volume in. Do you guys get that? Like when I dropped the weights from the weights that I could only do triples with to sets now that I'm doing sets of 6 with, and I'm doing shit loads of those sets, that is technically more volume, okay? So that raises the philosophical question. Is a weight reset considered a deload? Or is a weight reset or should we stop looking at deloads as volume cuts and just give it a brand new name, a recovery tactic. You know what I'm saying? Because when I drop the weights, I have actually ended up recovering more, which is one of the things that a deload is supposed to do. But the thing is, I'm adding more volume into it, and it's volume that I'm recovering from. Okay? So that's a little bit of a philosophical thing that I'm trying to debate with regards to this little weight reset that I've done. The second thing that I would like to talk about is the fact that with the PNP program, the Programming to Win Novice program, what I've kind of noticed is that it is, in essence, almost like a program that's really smoothly transitioning you from a linear progression style novice program to a more block-styled periodized program where you'd spend a few weeks in hypertrophy phase, a few weeks in a quote-unquote technique phase, and then a week in high intensity, okay? It's almost like a really smooth transition into it, okay? Because at the end of every single weight reset, and again, you get up to a weight reset when the weight gets so heavy to the point where you can only do a triple with it. If you get anything less than 3 reps on any lift, that's when you hit a weight reset. You hit that weight reset, but you increase the volume, okay? That's kind of how the PNP program works, okay? So for the average novice who would do something like Strongest 5x5 or starting strength, where you just add weight, and then whenever you hit a wall, you do a weight reset, and then you just do the same amount of volume. What this program does is that at the end of every single weight reset, you add more volume in, okay? So which is going to really help drive, building muscle and such. Now, I have been doing heavy ass triples for I would say at least a month, okay, until this weight reset that I did on August 7th, which was last week, okay? And I honestly feel like this weight reset could not have come at a better time, okay? Doing heavy triples is fun, and it is important to ingrain that skill in me on the big three, because after all, that is what a powerlifting meet is. It's pretty much just 9 triples across the big three. It does get draining on you after a while. Doing heavy triples constantly, every Monday and every Friday with a little bit of a break in between on Wednesday, it gets draining, okay? It my nervous system was literally friggin' fried. I needed a break. And in addition to that, in my life right now outside of the gym, I am currently dealing with a bunch of hard times, a bunch of hard patches at my workplace, which means that whenever I am about to go to the gym, it kind of doesn't really feel like a fun training session anymore. It almost just feels like an exam that I have to pass in order for me to, like, it almost feels like an exam, like a make or break exam with regards to something that would make a really big impact in my life. Okay, that is kind of what my training sessions felt like when I was in that period of just doing heavy triples on Monday and Friday. It was really good it was fun at the start because I got to practice my technique with heavier loads. But then after a while, it started getting really draining, really stressful. Now, with the weight reset and doing more volume, my training sessions actually feel a hell of a lot more fun. Literally. They actually feel therapeutic again, as opposed to being stressful exams that I had to take every Monday and Friday. So that kind of leads to an interesting point. I wonder if it's any way at all possible that I could sync up my life so that I could have like really low stress times during my life outside of the gym to sync up with my stressful days in the gym so that it kind of evens out. And then if I'm having really stressful time at work, having less stressful times during my training sessions like it kind of is right now, where I'm doing shitloads of volume, but with much lighter weights, so I don't feel like I'm walking into a fucking exam every time I go to the gym. Anyways, those are just some stupid fucking thoughts from me today. I'm out.